Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I'm James, and welcome back to Storytime with James. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. All right, this one is called Trouble with Emil. Yes, yes. This story is about Emil. Emil was a foreign exchange student that used to work down where I worked. He was a foreign exchange student. He was from Cameroon, okay, from Cameroon. Yeah, he was a real he was kind of smart individual, and he used to tell me a lot about Cameroon. He used to tell me about, in particular, he used to tell me about the juju in Cameroon, where they wear these hats with feathers and stuff in it, and they used to have parades and stuff like that. And then he told me about the chief of the Juju tribe, that, and when they come through the town, when they walk through, you had to look down. Don't look at them. I said, well, what happened if you look at them? She said, if you look at them, your lips will shoot out. Your lips will come out, and your butt will drop. Boom. So nobody looked at him. He said, I don't know, man. Anyway, well, Emil was in a dilemma. Emil told me, he said, look, I go back to my country. I go back to my country in 1 week, and I need to find a wife. I need a wife. I need a wife to marry me, please. And I said, well, why can't you just go talk to somebody and ask them, will they marry you? For that. He said, no, I don't know how. I don't know. Every time I try to talk to women, they don't respond to me. So he had a problem. So he needed me to be the liaison between him and a wife. So I told him, I said, look. Oh man, I don't know. I said, I don't know, man. I said, I'll try. But after I find her, you on your own. I don't want nothing else to do with it, okay? He said, okay, thank you. I said, look, okay, calm down. All right. So I went around, searching around. And then I came across a female that was willing to marry. He was going to pay. He's going to pay them $4,000 to marry him, and they had to be married for 2 years, and then they get divorced. So I said, okay, but I don't want nothing to do with it when I get this girl with you. He said, okay, thank you, friend. So I came across this girl named Betty. So Betty was willing to marry him, except she was a little on the heavy side. She was kind of, rotund. I'm sorry. She was fluffy. Put it that way. She was fluffy. She was like 5'2", and she weighed like 100. No, she weighed about 200 pounds. She was 5'2" and 200 pounds. So that shows you where she was at there. Well, anyway, when he found out, he was ecstatic about it. He was happy about it. So they had a nice little wedding too. They had a nice wedding, and they got married, and then they moved into a 2-bedroom apartment. It was a nice apartment too, a 2-bedroom apartment. She had her bedroom, he had his bedroom. So that was it. I figured it was over with then, over with as far as I'm concerned with it. But so they stayed like that for like maybe 1 year already had passed. Then all of a sudden, Emil came to me upset. He said, what is wrong with this girl? What is wrong with her? What is wrong with her? I said, hey, ho, calm down. What you mean? He said, what is wrong with her? What What is this girl? She wants everything. She must think I'm for real her husband. You know. I said, well, don't you got to pretend like you like each other? He said, yes. Only when immigration when they come to inspect us, then we pretend. You know. I said, oh, I see. He said, she wants me to cuddle with her. I don't want her touching my body. Don't touch me. I said, hey, calm down, man. Look, you've been doing this for a year. You just got one more year to go. Just to hang in there. Just calm down and hang in there. So, after that, man, then Betty came to me. She started complaining. He doesn't want to meet my friend, my family, or nothing. I said, look, y'all had an arrangement. Y'all need to stick to y'all arrangement, y'all original arrangement. Stick to that, and then you'll be fine. And you'll get the rest of your money. He paid you half of the money already. He's gonna pay you the rest of it once this is complete. She said, I know, but he doesn't want to hug me or nothing like that. I said, look, y'all got an arrangement, you know. So that's it, you know. So after that, the days went on, months went on. So now he had like about 9 more months to go. 9 more months to go before it's all over. So then after that, she started getting bigger. She started gaining more weight. I guess from worrying about him. Worrying about, you know, him, both of their relationships, you know. So she ballooned up to 250 something, 260 something pounds, you know. So she was really big now, you know. And he stopped coming home. So she kept complaining about it until finally I went to him. I said, look, you got to go home. You got to go home sometimes, you know, because she's gonna mess it up, okay? And he was about fed up too. He said, man, what? Forget this. I just forget it. I guess I'll find someone else to marry. I said, look, man, it's you rarely gonna find anyone else to marry you like this under these circumstances, you know. You're not gonna find anybody else to marry. So you might as well hang in there. You got 9 months to go. 9 more months. 9 months. Think of that. He said, man, I don't know what's going on. I don't want her touching me. I don't want to touch me. I said, okay. I will tell her that you don't want to be touched, okay? But y'all could live in peace, you know. Live together in peace, you know. Try to live together in peace. He said, okay. Whew. So that was over with. So after that, days went on again. Then finally, he came to me. He said, "No, what's wrong with this woman? What is wrong with this woman? I swear I can't take it. I can't take it anymore." I said, "What's wrong?" He said, "She tried to come into my bedroom. I'm telling you, I can't take this. So, oh my goodness, man. I said, look, man, Emil, please. You just got 6 months to go. 6 more months to go. Can you hang in there for 6 months? He said, I would try. But I don't know, man. Maybe you should throw this girl back. Throw this girl back before you found her. Throw her back. I said, no, I can't throw her back, man. Look, man, just hang in there. You got 6 months to go. So Emil, he ended up not coming home. Well, he started staying out. I guess he had another girlfriend somewhere. He had met another girl, so he was staying out with her. But he would come home. I said, look, at least come home every night. Come home every night, all right? So she started coming back home every night then. So they coexisted. They really coexisted. Then finally, the time came when they would they could get their divorce, you know. After that, when they got the paper and everything, then he said, okay. Now we go get divorced now. We go get divorced. Here's your money, and here's the extra $1,000 to go. So here's $3,000. So he gave her extra, you know. But she didn't want that. She didn't want it. She wanted him to stay. Yes, she wanted him to stay. So, man, he said, I don't care. I would go get my divorce anyway. I'll get it myself. I'll go file myself, you know. That's what he said, because she wouldn't sign the papers and stuff. So finally, she would. But the only thing that he looked up because her job was paying more than his was, you know. So that way she couldn't get extra money from him and have him paying money to her, you know, spousal support and stuff like that. And they didn't have any kids, so he was free and clear. So finally, after a year, after that year when he filed for divorce, that was it, and the divorce was finally final. So he was out of there, and he went off, you know. He went off somewhere. And Betty, she ended up, I don't know, man. She still was, I think she ended up marrying, she ended up finding a guy. And she kind of lived with the guy for a while. He left her the apartment too. He let her stay in the apartment. Once he said he wanted his divorce, he left the apartment, you know. So that was it. So she got an apartment, and she got $5,000 out of him, you know. So that was cool, you know. But since then, Emil has went back to Cameroon. It's crazy. He did all of that for citizenship here, but he ended up back in Cameroon. But I guess he go back and forth. He comes to America, goes back to Cameroon, come back to America, you know. But he's doing well. He's doing well, you know. So I don't know. I guess they live happily ever after. I guess. Yeah. But I finally realized that I'll never do that again. Never be a matchmaker for anyone again, because it always ends in disaster like this, you know. So, all right, you guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like, and hit that bell notification. Hit that bell notification so that you know every time I drop another video. And share. Share my videos with your family. Share my videos with your friends. Share my videos with your loved ones. And even share it with your enemies. Peace. Adios. Salamat. Salamat.